Hello, everyone. Welcome to Metacritic. This is Matthew May. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well as I can. In this episode of the Metacritic, I'll be reviewing and analyzing Breaking the Dark, a Jessica Jones Marvel crime novel written by Lisa Jewell. Lisa Jewell is the author that has written novels such as The Family Upstairs, Then She Was Gone, and None of This Is True. She has written several genres to romance, mystery, and science fiction. The novel is a combination of mystery and science fiction wrapped up in one as science fiction. You can read this book on a digital device, or you can get the physical copy. As you can see, as I'm holding right here, you can get it off of Amazon by going to Amazon.com, or you can get it from your bookstore and the website of a local bookstore that I live nearby is parkroadbooks.com. It'll be on my blog if you're reading it there. Jessica Jones is a retired superhero who is known as Jewel. A good place to understand her backstory is to read her comics, or you can watch the first season of Jessica Jones on Disney+. The first season that was done by Netflix originally helps the viewer understand what she will go through. She is running her private detective agency and is known as Alias Investigations. If anyone is thinking that sounds familiar to Alias, which was a TV series that starred Jennifer Garner, who ironically was Elektra, and she reprised her role back in Deadpool and Wolverine, I'll explain more of what this story will deal with later in this episode. I'll give me a reading in this episode. Hope this episode inspired to read, watch, and learn. Consider going to Patreon and Substack, where you can read my blog posts. Both will be the place where you can also watch the videos if you feel more comfortable doing it there. Please become a paid supporter if you can. This is not required to do this, but if you want to, it'll be helpful. You can also hit the sticker icon below to help support the channel. Thank you. As mentioned before, Jessica Jones was known as the superhero known as Jewel. As season 1 of Jessica Jones shows, Jessica Jones was manipulated by the supervillain known as the Purple Man, and his other name is Kilgrave. Kilgrave manipulated Jessica Jones in doing what he wanted, and he made her into his puppet. She was drinking as the series was still, as you can watch on Disney Plus. If you read this on my blog, the link to Disney Plus will be there. And in this book, it will show what she dealt with when she dealt with Purple Man, known as Kilgrave. The Purple Man manipulated her and made her do what she wanted. She even smelled like him as the book was playing, and she felt like she was spreading Nazi propaganda. She is drinking and wants nothing more to do than just that. The place to go to Jessica Jones is on Disney Plus, and I'll actually have an actual link, the link in the bottom of the description of this video. And there'll be a link in my blog, actually, too. Thank you. Krysten Ritter was a good choice as Jessica Jones, as she played in Breaking Bad, and she knows it as Jessica Jones. I'll leave a link in the bottom for you, this video, for you to watch the trailer of the first season of Jessica Jones on YouTube. If you're on my blog, the link of the YouTube will be there, so you can hit that link, and thank you. Jessica Jones will meet Amber Randall, and Jessica is reluctant to want to meet with Amber. Amber Randall will come to Jessica Jones and explain to her that she has a unique problem only Jessica Jones can solve. Jessica Jones is reluctant to do this at first, but when she hears Amber Randall's story and starts to investigate it, she changes her mind. This story will have things that will happen that the reader will not expect, and that is a good thing. Amber Randall tells Jessica Jones of the story of her twin children coming back as perfect, and that does not make sense. Fox and Lark Randall went to the UK as normal teenagers, but came back different. Fox and Lark Randall were known to use their phones and be on their devices as teenagers around this time. They are not, and it is weird to say the least. Jessica Jones will agree with Amber Randall that something is up with these kids. Jessica Jones starts to follow them, and she agrees with Amber Randall that something is not right about her children. She does not know what it is, but she agrees to help Amber Randall to investigate this and wonders what can be wrong. She gets help from Luke Cage, who's known as Paramount, and Danny Rand, also known as Iron Fist, and she gets help from Adam Webb, who will help her find the clues she needs to solve this puzzle of a mystery. She does not need the alter ego of Danny Rand. For example, with Danny Rand, she needs his connections to the UK, so he's been there before. Jessica Jones agrees to go there. She also enlists the help of a young man known as Malcolm. Malcolm will be very helpful as he will infiltrate the lives of the twins known as Fox and Lark Randall and pretend to be Sly McNeil. He does get in, and he thinks he has Fox and Lark Randall wrapped around his finger. He will find out that is not the case. Jessica Jones will get to the UK and will later meet Sebastian Randall, who is Fox and Lark Randall's biological father. The key to what is happening to them is in his house. There is a place where there has been great power. It is coveted by those like Polly Devereaux and her boyfriend Arthur. Arthur's mother was named Ophelia, who was immortal until she found John Warsaw that helped to take away her immortality. Ophelia was tired of living and not dying. She wanted one day to die, and this is what happened when John Warsaw did that. Ophelia also wanted to get pregnant and have her own child. She does, and she ends up having a son. Paula Devereaux is dangerous as she is a psychopath, and she wants what she wants. She will be also classified as a malignant narcissist. There will be 3 girls later that she will find and manipulate for her own personal gain. The names are Grace Partridge, Amina, and Audrey. She will use them as tools for her own gain. Paula Devereaux wants nothing more to have power and influence her own twisted mind. She believes that she's doing good by creating a product that will make people perfect. What this product will do is create a person to be this perfect being and never to have any problems ever again. That may seem nice, but there is no such thing as perfect in this life. The idea of perfection is not new. There are those that sought that out. For example, Hitler believed in the master race and that the perfect human being was blonde and blue-eyed. There's no such thing as a master race. For example, Donald Trump makes fun of those that are disabled and believes there is something wrong with them. To put it bluntly, Donald Trump is one to talk when he cannot control when he possibly ends up sowing himself. The point is no one is perfect and no one person does not come without his or her own problems. Jessica Jones will be put under this trance of wanting to be perfect. Malcolm along with Elliot will recognize this problem and get the police in UK summoned to Deborah Phipp's house immediately. The irony was that this woman was not Deborah Phipps, she was someone else. She ended up being Ophelia, the woman who was immortal and had these powers. The story will continue with Jessica Jones returning home after the experience of being put under someone else's control. Jessica Jones is not happy with this, to say the least, and wants to shed this thing that she was under. Jessica Jones will later ask Fox and Lark Randall who influenced you to do this. Lark will not remember as well. Fox is saying, "What is the big deal?" Fox Randall is in denial and is hiding something from them. This will lead the reader following Fox Randall to the people who are the masterminds behind this whole horrible thing. I do not want to reveal any more here. I will say this, Jessica Jones in her pain that she dealt with when she got violated by the Purple Man, also known as Kilgrave. Kilgrave violated her and made her do things she did not want to do. As mentioned before, it would be a good idea to watch the first season of Jessica Jones on Disney+. Amber Randall will catch that Jessica Jones is in a lot of pain and that she's carrying another burden and wonders if she'll be enough to deal with what is to come. What is Jessica Jones carrying? Is it a burden or is it in her head? What is Jessica carrying? Is it a burden or a person? If you know the answer, please leave your answer in the comment section below. Thank you. I will now give you my rating. I give Breaking the Dark, a Jessica Jones Marvel crime novel by Lisa Jewell, a 10 out of 10. It was fun, but it was a very complicated story. This book will pull you in as the reader, and you will want to know what happened in the story. Jessica Jones is a relatable character that you know she has to be real since she has dealt with so many problems. This story will explain the dangers of social media, but also the dangers of the idea of perfection. There's no such thing as perfection. Instead, be real. Please be yourself and try not to be someone else you're not. It is okay if you're not that person that people want you to be. For example, I'm a person who keeps to himself and only is more interested in being with a few close friends and family. I do not care if I go to a bunch of parties or see a bunch of people. I like my solitude and never cared about that thing. Jessica Jones was a person of my own heart in this story that she was more interested in being with cats than people. As you can see, my cat's right here with me. Of course, she is with Luke Cage and she has Danny Rand as friends. Luke Cage is more than that to her. The hope she gets from Madam Web will be helpful because it will give her the clues she needs to solve the case. It's not what is to happen. This is the good thing that this story does. I thought that Amber Randall realizes that Jessica Jones is carrying pain and needs her help to deal with it. I can relate to Jessica Jones as I have dealt with my pain for years and wonder what I must do to shake it. I realize now that it may take more than that. It is a matter of me understanding not to blame myself for problems that may arise. Jessica Jones needs to know that as well. It takes time and it's not instant. It is great that this story comes with an audio version to listen to if that's a perfect presence or need. Please consider becoming a patron, as mentioned before, as that will be the place to check out my blog. You can go to my Substack to do that as well. You can go to the link, which I'll have come up right now, to check it out. Thank you. Please consider checking out my review of the Marvels by clicking to this link coming up right now. Thank you. And also be in my blog and my Patreon page. Thank you. Please like this video blog post if you found it helpful. Please subscribe to this channel or blog, as it will cost you nothing to have a goal of getting to 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. Please set the notification bell to be notified of any videos at the bottom of this video. Please let me know what you'd like to cover in the comment section below. Thank you. Please share this video post with anyone you know that will help me get the 3,000 subscribers and help to grow my blog on my Patreon and my Substack. Thank you. I'm sorry to those that unsubscribe. Please consider coming back. Sharing this video or blog post will cost you nothing. You can also follow me on Pinterest as well. The link to the Pinterest page will be in the link below this video. If you're reading my blog, it'll be there. Thank you. Have a great day. Remember, do not forget to read, watch, and learn. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.